Hello and happy December 6th. And it's Monday, and this morning I gave a small class that I'm giving from time to time, an online class training, also called Happy Body Creative Mind, for half an hour. And this morning we were exploring big and small, the idea of big and small. So I thought maybe I will add this as a small impulse also here. And normally in the class we do it in standing, but I thought maybe even it's interesting to do things in sitting, because that's maybe the position that many of you will have when you're watching this, or you're in front of the computer, and the possibility of seeing how you can. How it's possible to still do something, even if we don't have the possibility to stand up, or even if we don't give ourselves the possibility to stand up at that moment. So the possibility to still activate the body and find new positions. So we start with just again, like I often start, with breathing. So when you're breathing in, you stretch out to the sides. And I'm even beyond the. I'm so big I don't fit in the screen. So you breathe in and you stretch out. And very, very welcome to yawn. Yawning is a beautiful possibility to let go of tension. Breathing out and coming back in the center and feeling how you're sitting in the center. Breathing in. Stretching out, taking a lot of space, making yourself big, very big, how so big as possible in this breathing out and coming together. One more time to the sides. You can also see if you can stretch out your legs at the same time. And make yourself as big as possible. And then coming back to the center. And here in the center, is also an important impulse that I keep saying. So when you're back, you're doing a conscious movement, and then you come back and you see whatever impulses are there. So seeing how your body wants to move after. So directly when you start to activate something, normally the body starts speaking to you again. So when we are sitting very, very stiff and holding ourselves, it's as if the body gets more and more quiet and doesn't say that we need to move. We get so, it's so easy to get into this, we're so trained to discipline ourselves and sit still when we're writing, or at least I'm speaking for myself. I'm very trained to sit still, and if I start moving a bit, then suddenly I notice how my body is actually craving a bit of movement, stretching movement. So this is also like any kind of just stretching out and then coming back to the center, the possibility of then to see like, oh, actually my shoulders want to move. Oh, actually I want to yawn, I want to stretch, my hips want to move on the chair. You can't see that I'm sitting, but I'm doing this kind of movement. My legs want to stretch out a bit under the table, so allowing any of that. And then we stretch up. So breathing in and stretching upwards, making yourself as big as possible upwards. Breathing out and feeling how you're being held by the chair, by the ground. Breathing in and stretching up. Make yourself big upwards. Breathing out and feeling that you can rest down, that the ground is holding you, that the chair that you're sitting on is holding you. And one more time, consciously making ourselves as big as possible, breathing in, growing up like a big old tree towards the sky, and breathing out and feeling the ground underneath our feet, the seat beneath our bottom, feeling how we can rest down. So now we won't move, but we'll consciously make ourselves big without stretching out. So how is it possible to breathe in and feel like we're taking more space, almost like as if we're blowing ourselves, like a balloon being expanded by the air. So breathing and feeling that we're extending into space even when we're not stretching out. So giving ourselves room inside the body and giving ourselves room as if we're extending into the room and taking space even without stretching out the arms or the legs. And breathing out and feeling that we're back sort of in the center, in the middle of the space. Breathing in and we're taking a lot of space, expanding inside our body and outside our body, towards the front, towards the back, towards the sides. And breathing out and feeling how we are landing in the middle and that we are in the center of the space. Again, breathing in, expanding into space, and breathing out and resting down, and resting in the middle of the space. And now breathe out even more and feel that you pull together and you make yourself small. So within, sort of pulling together with the image of almost like a raisin, and sort of shrinking. So shrink yourself a bit. And then feel the impulse. The impulse to breathe in and make yourself big again. And then breathe out and shrink. And see how you can make yourself small, small, small. You can pull yourself together and make yourself small inside. And breathe in. And again, this image of a balloon. Or even this teacher that I've mentioned before that I very much appreciate, Brooke Thomas, who's teaching realization processes, speaking about if unfurling. So when you're pulling yourself together like this, or like if you're making a fist, and if you just let go of the extra tension, it will open just a slight bit. And this like that you don't have to, not like having to stretch out, not like this, but just allowing it to let go and unfurl. So we'll do this a few more times. Breathing out and pulling together. Shrinking, tensing inwards. And finding a way to make ourselves small inwards, to shrink. And then breathing in. And just allowing our body to unfurl. And seeing what the body wants to do with that. Just like with the stretching, taking one moment now to see how the body wants to move. And one last time. Breathing out and shrinking, making ourselves small. And then allowing for the in-breath. Breathing in and allowing ourselves to unfurl. and seeing how you want to move that, what kind of impulse comes. What is your size? And how does your body wants to move in space? So that was the impulse for today. And see you again tomorrow.